Now we're going to search the MLS. When you search for a new property, you click first on all. So you want to search for this property, all its statuses, and if it has ever been in the MLS. You scroll down and you put as little things as possible. So Allen, and you put just the street name. Let's see. So, why did it come out 0, no properties? Because you have to change the date. So the dates are from this time to this time. I can usually just work on from and put from the year 2000, has this property on Brazos Court, Allen, ever sold, expired, or been withdrawn? So I am looking for 1209 Brazos Court. So 1209 Brazos Court here was sold for 143. Then 1209 Brazos Court here was sold for 165. So I'm going to pull up the agent full report on both of these to compare. There's an agent full report and there's a customer brief report. The customer brief report is what you give to your clients. It will not show sold price, days on market, realtor information. It will just be very brief. The agent full report has everything you need about this listing and its past. So here's when Brazos Court was first sold for 147. We're able to see when it was listed date in 2002, when it expired, how many days on the market, who the agents who sold it were, what the sold price was, and if the seller paid any closing costs, and the actual sold date. So it actually sold in 2003. Then it went back on the market for 169. It was on the market 13 days, sold for 165.5, and it sold in 06. So that is the first step to starting a CMA on a listing, is figuring out if the current home has ever been on the market. The second step is going to the parcel ID. It will take you straight to the tax appraisal district. There you'll be able to verify the owner's name for the listing agreement. Let me go to a more recent one. There it is. There you'll be able to verify the owner's name and how many owners there are. You'll be able to verify the actual square footage value of the property, taxes, when it had been sold in the MLS, and if there is a mortgage history on the property, and all the previous mortgage histories on the property. So this gets printed out along with the agent report, taken to the seller for them to verify all the square footage, all the amenities of the property. Now how we do a CMA, the next step would be to find the subdivision. The subdivision is Shadow Lakes. So now we're going to go back to quick search, it's going to reset the status date, and it goes back 6 months. So accurate CMAs need to be within 6 months. Now we're just going to look for actual sold homes in the subdivision of Shadow Lakes, and we put the city. I don't put any specifics at this time in regards to square footage, bedrooms, pool, no pool. At this time, I'm just looking for the pulse of the subdivision. I'm looking for how much movement there has been in the past 6 months in that neighborhood. Later, I will narrow it down to more specific comparables. So at this time, there's been very few comps. In 6 months, there has only been 9 homes that have sold. There are almost no comps. So now I need to try and be more specific. So I'm going to stay in Shadow Lakes, and now I'm going to go to the square footage. 100 square feet smaller than the subject property, or 1 to 200, and 1 to 200 larger than the subject property. So that'll give us a range of homes that might be slightly smaller, homes that might be slightly bigger. I'm not going to put any years, and I'm not going to put any stories or bedrooms or anything like that yet, because that might narrow down the search, and those are things that we could actually adjust the price for. So let's see, the search is very small. There are very few comparables in this subdivision. The closest one that is 1,800 square feet, 3 bedroom, no pool, is 190. This one is slightly smaller, no pool, but let's go ahead and look at both of these and see what we get. You only need 2 to 3 comparable properties in order to come up with a sales price. You don't need 5 or 10, you only need 2 good ones. So this home, even though the square foot is slightly smaller, it only has 1 living area instead of 2 living areas, 2 dining areas, but that's something that can be adjusted in the price. I look inside, some of them have pictures, some of them have no pictures. Just depends. So this one has linoleum kitchen, no updated countertop, basic carpet, tile in the bathroom, not updated, and small backyard. That's one. Let's look at the second comparable. So this one is 1831, so it's still slightly smaller than subject property. Only has 1 living area, no pool, so that's good. Okay, this one looks cleaner. This one has tile throughout. Mixed match of tiles, but at least it's not carpet. Tile everywhere. Looks freshly painted. The kitchen has the granite. It has a bar, very similar to the subject property. Looks like it has laminate wood flooring. Bathrooms look clean, but not updated. The backyard looks nice size, and it looks like a new fence. So this one actually sold in December. For $190, seller paid $5,000. This one sold in December, same time, but because of less upgrades and a condition of the backyard and the home, sold for 170, and there must have been something wrong with the home because in the hottest market it still took 50 days to sell. This one sold, oops. This one sold in 4 days. So they both sold in December, but this one in 4 days and that one took 50. So we don't need to go deeper into the whys. I just verified days on market. If I've never seen the property, I know that if it took 50 days to sell, there's something wrong with the property. And this one, it was listed at 190 and it sold for 5,000 below asking price. So this one, the condition of the home was great. This one was listed at 179, so it was already listed below, and it sold for 10,000 below asking price. So definitely something was going on with the condition of that home that buyers did not like. So I would print these two comparables to take with me to the listing appointment. But more importantly, you go here to the CMA report. Let's just go ahead and do all three on the CMA report. So if we go click on CMA report, it will print out a CMA that I can take to my seller on the listing appointment that will show everything. The list price and the actual sold price. It would show the days on the market. It will show the year, acres, square footage. So this will give me a good comparable to the property. Okay, so that's the first part of it. The second part of it is, because there's not a lot of comparables, now I'm going to get out of that specific subdivision and actually go to the zip code. And I'm going to see if I can find, by being more specific now, no pools. Now I'm going to try and get it as close as subject property as possible. Two bedrooms, four. Living areas, 2. Dining, 2. Fireplace, 1. Okay, so when it shows up 0, it's because the search must be too narrow. Something is not right.
Mateo? Yes? It's all over. I'm here. I'm with your mom here.
Is he ready?
Yeah, the party's over.
Find out if he needs a ride.
Okay, wait, let me just stop this. What part? The party was at 1 o'clock. It was? Yeah.
Is he?
You see, okay.
So when the search is too specific, you start removing things to find out what was making the search come out 0. So I'm going to try and have a broad price point from 175 to 200 in that East Allen area, and 20 properties showed up. So none of these, but these are all 3 bedrooms. Our subject property has 4. That might be the problem, that there were not any 4 bedrooms that have sold. Maybe it's the square footage, because most 4 bedrooms are bigger. So for 4 bedrooms in East Allen, there's this comp, this one, even this one at 21, because subject property is almost 2,000, so that's a close one. This one, 2,000. Now we go look at the agent full report. It still doesn't have 2 living areas, but the square footage is bigger, so we can compensate. Bigger square footage, extra living, so this is a wash.
So a family room and the living room, they count like living areas?
Yeah.
The family room is living.
Those are 2.
And the nook in the kitchen?
The kitchen nook
counts as a dining area?
Mm-hmm. So this home has not been updated. Kitchen, no granite, no backsplash. The bathrooms. And the backyard looks like a good fence. That's just a picture of the alley. Alright, so that one was 1 day on the market. Sold at $182. Seller paid no closing costs. Then we look at this one, is a very close comp. A 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 living, 2 dining, 1 story, 2,000 square feet, and this one's identical. It has the stacked living rooms with the columns, similar to subject property. It still doesn't have the kitchen updates. Just white tile, carpet. Bathroom has been updated. That's the second bath. Second bath has been updated. The backyard looks nice and clean. So this is a really good comp, and it's sold for $192. Seller paid no closing costs. It's sold in 9 days. So now we're looking at another great 4, 2, 2, 2, 1.
Too long.
What's too long? The time?
Yeah, for the video.
Oh, for the video. Okay, so that is how you search.
I don't need to see the property. You're looking at them as if you were really...
Well, because I'm teaching you what I'm looking at when I'm looking at them. That's what I'm comparing. Some of the things are a wash. Some of the things don't have to be exact.
That
some
I
of
understand.
them, you got it.
I
Okay.
understand that because I used to do comps for loans.
Oh, okay.
With appraiser.
Dale, then shut it down.
Now, what I remember